everyone, it's Ashley and welcome to Vlogmas Day 11, even though I am filming this on day 12. I will catch up, I promise. Today I'm bringing you guys a video that has been highly requested in the past. It hasn't been requested very much in recent months, but I remember for a long time a lot of people were asking for this and I have actually wanted to film it many of times. I've just never actually done it. So I'm finally doing it, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite first lines of novels. For those of you who don't know this about me, I actually will read the first page of a book before I buy it. So every single book that I purchase, I have read the first page because I am obsessed with first lines of novels. I don't really know where this obsession came from. I'm not really sure when it started, but I just really if the first line of a book is just written super well and is just really punchy, I am immediately hooked. So I've chosen 5 of my favorites for you guys today. I will, however, show you more of my favorite first lines in the future. I just wanted to limit it to just 5 for right now, and I'm really excited to show them to you guys. And I tried to also pick from varying genres, so I'm excited. Let's get started. Disclaimer before I move on to all of the first lines I want to show you guys today. When I say first line, I mean it could be the first sentence or it could be the first paragraph. If I think the paragraph gives context to the first sentence, I'm going to read the whole first paragraph for you guys, whereas if I think that just the whole first sentence until you hit the first period is good enough as it is, then I'll read just that. But when I say first line, I sometimes actually mean first paragraph. So moving on. The first line / book that I have to show you guys today is probably, it's a bold statement, but I feel like it's probably my favorite first line that I have ever read, ever, so far in my life. I read this first line and immediately had to finish the entire book. I was addicted to this book when I was reading it, and it easily made this author one of my favorite authors. I couldn't get enough. Also, my little hopeless romantic heart just loves this so much, and that is the first line of Stardust by Neil Gaiman. There once was a young man who wished to gain his heart's desire. And while that is, as beginnings go, not entirely novel, for every tale about every young man there ever was or will be could start in a similar manner, there was much about this young man and what happened to him that was unusual, although even he never knew the whole of it. I get shivers every time I read it. Literally every time I read this first line, I want to reread Stardust. It's so good. Neil Gaiman is a god. I just can't get enough of him. The next first line I'm going to read to you guys is going to be the first line from Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. I adore this book. I really liked it. I remember the first time I picked this book up, I was like, it's a zombie book. I'm not really about zombie things. So I didn't think I was going to like it because I was reading it for a book club. And I ended up giving this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I cannot wait for the new book that comes out next year. I am dead. But it's not so bad. I've learned to live with it. If you've read this book, then you know that that first line is literally the entire tone of the book. It's very this is a fact. It kind of sucks, but whatever. But also comic relief. It's just, that is actually literally the way the whole book is written, is very this sucks, but hey, comic relief. And it's so good. It matches the plot of the novel super well, but it's also just really enticing. I remember when I first read that line, I was like, this might actually be a really good book. Next, I'm going with a classic, and I tried really hard to find a different book to include in this video that wasn't this one, but I just couldn't not put it in because it really is just an iconic first line, and that is the first line of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say that they were perfectly normal, thank you very much. I really hope that she intended for the thank you very much to be kind of sassy, because I've always read it with a little bit of snark, even when I was 13 and reading it for the first time. Next, we have the first paragraph of one of my favorite books of all time, and it, again, sets the tone for this book so perfectly, and that is the first paragraph of Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. It should be noted that this first paragraph is told from Dash's perspective because the chapters alternate. Imagine this. You're in your favorite bookstore scanning the shelves. You get to the section where your favorite author's books reside, and there, nestled in comfortably between the incredibly familiar spines, sits a red notebook. What do you do? The choice, I think, is obvious. You take down the red notebook and you open it, and then you do whatever it tells you to do. It's just so perfect. It's just so perfect. And last but not least, I have the first paragraph of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Elier Sands. One summer night, I fell asleep, hoping the world would be different when I woke. In the morning, when I opened my eyes, the world was the same. I threw off the sheets and lay there as heat poured in through the open window. My hand reached for the dial on the radio. Alone was playing. Crap. Alone, a song by a group called Heart. Not my favorite song, not my favorite group, not my favorite topic. You don't know how long I was 15. I was bored. I was miserable. It, again, sets the tone really well for the way that the author writes the story, and it also just really sets the tone for Ari and Dante and, like, the story that this book is telling, and I remember when I first read it thinking, like, I go to bed all the time hoping the world will be different when I wake up, and then I wake up and the world is the same, and it's just, I feel like it's just like this universal concept that not a lot of people focus on, and I thought it was just like a really, really good opener to a contemporary YA, and I have loved it ever since. Okay, so those are some of my favorite books with some of my favorite first lines. If you guys have read these books before, or if you haven't and now you're interested in them, make sure to comment down below and let me know. Also, comment down below with some questions because I really want to film a Q&A video near the end of Vlogmas, but I need your Q's in order to give you my A's, so make sure to comment down below with some questions. Other than that, happy Vlogmas and happy reading, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye! It's felt, though. Like, I can't get over this shirt, seriously. Where are you going? Oh my god! Oh my god, that was so much better.